Mariners are getting blown out right now, bruh. It's game 3. The Mariners are getting blown out. 6-2. It's in like the 4th inning. I'm just sitting here, man. And I think it's like day 20 or something of the Semen Retention. And that's not even that long, bro. It's not even that long. And I tell you what, man, it sucks. It sucks. Let's be honest. Can we just be honest, bro? Semen retention fucking blows, dog. This shit is whack. This shit is whack as hell. Why? I don't know. Like, you just hit another home run. Oh my God. Guerrero Jr. just hit another home run, bro. It's 7-2 in the 5th inning. Unbelievable. How is Kirby still in? Take that nigga out. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. But anyway, I mean, what else is new? What else is new? Let's just pour it on. Let's just pour it on. I'm already battling. I'm already battling the lust. I'm already battling my my itch to look at some stuff on the internet. Look at the sites. Honestly, the crazy thing is, I don't even think I would really want to nut without looking at porn. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I want to jerk off. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to like release right now. It's not like I'm like, oh, I just gotta empty some semen out of me. Like, that's not how I feel. How I feel is, you know, I want to look at some naked women getting, you know what it is. You've seen it. You're a partaker of such things, or you have been. I don't know. Maybe you're one of these dudes who's on like a 2-year streak or something. It's always the anonymous dudes on the internet in the comment section. They're on the 2-year streaks or the 3-year streaks. It's always them. it's always them, bro. It's always just these anonymous. It's like, damn, can you you guys should start making some channels, dog. You've been on it for 2 years. All you just do is get in my comment section and just let me know that you've been on it for 2 years. Maybe you start a channel, bro, so I can watch that. You start a channel so I can watch. I need some tips, brother. You can't just get in the comment section every video that I make on Semen Retention, just be like, yep, 2 years. Yep. 1,800 days. Yep. The streak's still going. Yep. Good luck, man. You look like you're really struggling. 5 years for me. Sucks to be you, bro. On my 15th year for me. No nuts in 2 years. I mean, how is that even? What are you, bro? What are you? You have a lot of. If that's the case, man, you need to really help us out. You must have like some insights, some knowledge, super divine wisdom that you can impart to all of us lowly peasants that are struggling after like 20 days. You know what I mean? And because I mean, just let's be honest, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is just ridiculous what we're doing. It's just ridiculous, bro. Why does it have to be like this? Why did I come here just to like not partake in like anything of what everybody else is doing? Like, I don't understand. I hate it. I hate this shit. I've said before that like I'm a happy dude. I'm a happy, even though I'm not partaking in drugs or alcohol or stimulants or meds, or now even my favorite thing, which is looking at porn and jerking off. I've rid myself of everything. I'm going to the gym, I'm being healthy, and dude, there are good days, and then there are just days where I'm like, and I don't even really talk to people. Like I have a good friend that I talk to, a few good friends, but one that I talk to regularly. And obviously, I'm very lucky to have this guy in my life. But I just mean like, I don't in person. Like, I don't go out and like, I don't have social interactions. My daily life is just very solitary, lonesome, right? But it has to be that way though. It has to be, because if I go out into regular life, like I'm an alien. Like you feel even more alone. You feel even more alone out there. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand why it has to be this way. Why? Why? Like, why'd you do this, bro? Like, why? Why did I come down here to just like not talk to anybody and just make videos in my basement and like not partake in like anything? I have this idea in my mind where I'm just like, you know what you have to do? You just have to, everybody else, everybody else, they're all having sex and they're doing drugs and they're drinking, they're having great times and they're going on vacations and meet, meeting people and having work parties and meeting people over the weekend and getting little groups together and meeting people's families and having kids and, you know, but you don't do any of that. You don't get to do none of that. None of it. None of it. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to it? Why does it have to be like this? Why does it have to be like this? I wish I could just be some just normal, just, you know. Sometimes it'd just be nice to be in the system and just normal and just like make a lot of money as a dude, because I know I'm trying to get a chick, a hot chick, and then I get a hot chick, and you know, I drive around in a nice car, and we can have, I can be some mystery and some like alpha male, like kind of, you know, not not tell her things, not tell her that I like, you know, I've been addicted to porn and that I'm uncertain about things or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it'd just be nice. It would be nice to just have it all figured. Like I, those dudes really do a great job. You know, they're so confident. Like they're so confident, so certain. They, you know, I have like full nuts for like 20 days, dude, and I don't know how these dudes are so confident and just certain, and you know, they know what they're doing. Um, it just sucks. It sucks on days like it sucks, dude. It just sucks. I go, who am I kidding? Um, what am I trying to do? You know, like it's always my mind. It's always this battle in my mind of like, why am I doing all this? What's the point? It, yeah, yeah, it feels good, but then there are also moments where I wish it didn't have to be like this. Um, but then I know if I looked at the sites, if I busted, then I would just be like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? That was a waste. That was pointless. I don't know why though. And my mind really struggles with even though after everything that's happened after I've done semen retention, it still wants to like convince me in my lowest moments that this is nothing. Like it's just all coincidence. Like it's not, your life hasn't gotten better and you're not happier and you don't have more energy and you're not in a better place and you're not here because of semen retention. Like that's what my mind tries to tell me. It's like it's not that. Like you it tries to tell me like you why are you torturing yourself? You know that it's no big deal just to look at some porn and just jerk off. Like it's what it tells me is that that side of me, the part of me that wants to do that is actually a part of you that you need to uh like embody and like let happen. It tells me that like semen retention is repression. Like, oh, you're repressing your darkness, or like you're trying to suppress this sexual appetite of yours. That's what it tells me. And I guess that's just I hate that it's dual. I hate that in the very same moment, I think, no, that has to be a lie. That has to be me lying to myself. That has to be the lower version of myself trying to get me to stumble again, trying to get me to fall. And then in the very same moment, it's no, you're who do you think you are? You think you're like what? You think you're like better than everybody just because just because you don't do all these things and you don't want to nut and you just want to be different than everybody? You know that nothing comes of this. There is no end point to this. You're not going to be like, you know, some exceptional, you know, whatever this peak being that you think. Like, what are you even trying to be, bro? Like, it's this whole idea of like the Fight Club idea of like self improvement is masturbation. Now, self destruction, on the other hand, and there we go. Self improvement. You fucking whack ass fucking dude. You fucking hipster piece of shit. You fucking gay fucking metrosexual self improvement. Fucking get out of here. You're fucking cringe. There is no such thing. It's like this battle in my mind, bro. And I just sit here and I'm just like it's you know and yet I have to keep telling myself that when you partake in these things, alcohol, nicotine, gooning, when you partake in these things, you end up feeling worse after, which is true. It is true. I do feel worse. Maybe not like maybe not terribly worse. The more you do it, the worse you feel, basically. Yeah, you relapse a little bit, you look at some porn or whatever. You don't ejaculate, obviously you don't really feel like shit. But then if you ejaculate once, obviously it's like, okay, you goon for 10 hours and like you ejaculate 3 times, you're gonna feel like garbage. You know what I mean? Like garbage. You throw in some nicotine pouches after that, like you're gonna feel like absolute ass the next day. But I just don't understand why it has to be like this. It sucks because like what, you can't participate in any of the things that normal people are participating in. You can't, you know. They're just like, oh, you don't even drink coffee? What? Oh, we're gonna go out to the bar. Do you want to know you don't drink? Okay, like you don't. Do you want to have sex? You don't even have sex. Okay, like what are you? You know what I mean? Like what are you? And I just hate. I just hate that I'm doing this. I hate that I'm doing this. I really hate that I'm doing this. I hate it. And I hate that I can't stop like trying to improve, or be some. I'm trying to be this like perfect. You're trying to be perfect. I mean, that's what I'm trying to be, is like I'm trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be like better than everybody. I'm trying to be better than everybody. I'm trying to be perfect. And it's terrible, you know? And the awful thing, the worst thing about it is you don't know. You just don't know if this leads to anything. You don't know what this leads to. You don't know if this is all just one long masturbation session and then you die. You know? Um, you, you don't, you're always questioning, like, what if it's not? I always question, like, I'm always questioning whether I'm right about things. Always. Including semen retention, bro. It's probably my biggest, I mean, people would call it a fault. You're uncertain, you're always questioning things, always skeptical and cynical about things. I mean, where does that lead you? You know, uh, so I'm just always skeptical that what if what I think semen retention will give me it's not semen retention that'll give me it. What if it's something else? What if it's I don't know, just going and talking to a pretty girl or something? Why is it always girls, bro? I hate that, you do semen retention and you feel like you're, I don't know, just everything starts to change. I'm trying not to look at women. It's almost like I'm avoiding them because they're very tempting, you know. If you, even women out there, like, they're hot. So I try not to look at them when I'm driving, and I try not to look at them in the gym. And yeah, it's just a whole. It, it feels like, it just feels like the most natural thing to look at them. But then if you look at them, you get primed. You get primed. Start to get the heat flowing, and then the next thing you know, you're kind of craving the dopamine, craving a little bit of some images, maybe some sights. When you get home and you're alone, and it's just it's strange. It feels wrong. Like, it feels wrong. Um, But I do find it interesting that I don't even want to ejaculate. That's not what I think. That's not what I'm like. Oh, I really need to release. You know what I mean? That's not what I. That's not what it is. The release is not what you want. It's to look at naked women getting plowed by other dudes. Like that's what you want. That's what I. That's what I want. You know. And it's like that's just been my. I guess it was never alcohol. It was never drugs. It was never any. It was just that. And I'm partly making this video so I don't, so I don't do anything. There's just people in this life that everything seems to come easy for them. Like they don't, and they partake in everything. And I don't know how these people do it. They have, uh, they have great relationships with people, great relationships with women. Um, they're well respected, and they partake in everything casually and in moderation, sex, porn, drugs, alcohol. But they don't. They just seem like they're breezing through life. That nothing is. You just don't overthink it, bro. Just don't. Just everything in moderation or something. Is it everything in moderation? That's what my brain also tells me when it's in moments like this. Is bro, semen retention is an extreme, and it's never good to be in the extreme of anything. Everything in moderation, bro. Everything in moderation. But then you have people who have been alcoholics. You can't tell them, bro, you can drink alcohol, just everything in moderation. They don't know. They don't know what. They don't know what moderation is. Although, I mean, what's moderation for looking at porn? I mean, it's not really something that's talked about. Everybody has different. It's just interesting that like sexual, you know, sex or sex adjacent stuff, looking at porn or jerking off or all that stuff. Nobody talks about it like they do with alcohol and drugs. There is no people can't come to a decision on what is moderate use of that stuff. Some people think it's once a day. Some people think it's just don't let it get in the way of your life. But you don't know what you're missing. You don't know if it's getting in the way of your life. You never know how better your life could be, you know. Uh, if you're just going to work every day and you have a girlfriend and I don't know what's wrong with my voice. You go to work every day, you have a girlfriend, you maintain good friendships, you're just living a normal life, and you drink moderately and you jerk off moderately, look at porn moderately, like once a day or whatever. Most people would say um, that's not inhibiting your productivity or your life in any way. You have a decent life. Yeah, you're just everything in moderation, cool. But then if you stopped all that stuff, you would, in my mind, I would argue you would become a completely different person. You would be better. I think you'd be better. I'm better. Subjective. God, I hate my mind. I think you'd be more productive. If productive means better to you. Happier, more satisfied. I don't know, dude. It kind of just feels like I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting to be shown that like semen retention is like just to be hit with an epiphany or like a, I don't know, just a sign that semen retention works, like for sure. Like undoubtedly. Okay, I never question it ever again. I mean, what does a person do for the person like that questions like everything? People are so sure about things. I don't know how anybody. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. It's just, maybe. Maybe I can look back one day and I don't know. You just have moments like this, man. You just have days like this where it's just like, that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard, because your mind always tries to convince you that this is nothing. It's just pointless. And you still have to like do it. Like it's nothing. It's pointless. Um, okay. Like I'm still gonna do it. I'll get nothing. You'll get like your brain's just screaming at you. You get nothing out of it. This is nothing. Just everything in moderation. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's wrong to be so extreme and like not look at women and not accept. Is it a form of not accepting that part of yourself? Like is semen retention like the ultimate shame? Maybe, yeah. Semen retention the ultimate shame of your sexual self? It's like you get all these, man, you get all these thoughts, these theories in your mind, and you have to like, you have to not listen to them. Like you don't want to be sexually ashamed. It's natural. It's the most natural thing in the world to, have sex with a woman or something. I think it's natural to procreate. It's natural to have kids. It's like there's this, you know, the dark side of the mind and the light side of the mind, and they just talk like simultaneously. How do I even know what's good and what's bad? How can I even how am I able to even decipher this stuff? I mean, why do I think that sexual stuff is like bad? I guess whatever makes you feel bad, you know? Whatever makes you feel bad is bad. Whatever makes you feel good is good. But it's difficult because sometimes what makes you feel good is sometimes makes you feel bad. And sometimes what makes you feel bad makes you feel good. How does anybody do this? How does anybody do this, bro? I hate that I'm doing this. I hate it. Like, I know it sounds very low, very simpy, very un-alpha male-ish. But it'd just be nice to have like a real woman. And, you know, just to have her company. But I feel so far from it. You know, I feel so far from that. Even though part of me tells me that I'm closer than maybe I've ever been to having like a real relationship. But you know, it hasn't. There's no. I don't understand it. I just don't see how it could happen. I don't see how it could happen. I don't know how semen retention fits in. You know, what could I even, could I not have sex with her? Oh yeah, just some hot, say I meet a hot, like great chick. It's 12-2, bro. This is nuts. Say I meet a hot, great chick and like she just, what? Yeah, yeah, I don't want to have sex with you. Yeah, no, we're just only gonna have sex if we ever procreate, which will be almost like, which will probably be never, because like I don't make enough money for that. Like what? I guess it's just not in the cards, you know? Or should I trust God? You know, trust God that I'll never doubt God. Man, this shit is rough, boys. If you're thinking about doing semen retention, don't do it. Don't. It's awful. Horrendous. But I guess I'm just gonna keep trudging along. All right, that's it. That's the video.